FBA has a large number of benefits for sellers. Firstly, it is a pay-as-you-go system. You can store one item for 1 month and only be charged for the storage and any delivery costs on that item. There are no long-term contracts to sign, there are no charges for taking in deliveries, and there are no contracts that you have to sign. Items which are fulfilled by Amazon get preference in the buy box. So all other things being equal, if your item is fulfilled by Amazon, it will get a higher buy box percentage. Items which are fulfilled by Amazon are Prime eligible, i.e. they will have the Prime badge. Customers who are Prime members will be able to get free delivery on FBA items as part of their Prime membership. And if they select on the search for Prime only items, then the FBA items will appear. If you select it, Amazon will do your customer service for you if the item is an FBA item. Amazon provides a range of inventory management and reporting tools for FBA. This will enable you to manage the stock you send into Amazon and see how well your sales are going, also manage your pricing. Finally, FBA is an international service. You can run FBA in your home country, or you could also choose to do it in other international countries. So say if you're a UK seller, you could send items to Japan, and obviously there'd be certain tax and regulation issues, but you could use FBA to fulfill your Japanese orders, or you could send your items to Europe, into say Germany, and they would be part of the European fulfillment network, and your items could be fulfilled all through Europe as Prime eligible orders. So let's have a quick look at how FBA items appear on Amazon itself. This is a listing for an Oral-B toothbrush. If we have a look here at the offers which are available, we can see down here, obviously there's Amazon one, which is being dispatched from Amazon warehouse. But if we scroll down here, we can see this one here dispatches from Amazon, but it is sold by KZ Global. So that is a FBA fulfilled order. If we go to filter at the top here, we can filter for Prime eligible orders. And I think we'll see that that one, this KZ Global one, is actually a Prime eligible order and is appearing under that filter. It will also appear under the free delivery filter as well. There are 3 ways of creating FBA items in your inventory. The first is to convert one of your existing fulfilled by merchant items to FBA manually. If you have more than one item to convert, and the items are already existing as a merchant fulfilled item, you can use the inventory loader file to convert your products in bulk. Thirdly, when you're creating new items, you can create them as FBA items originally. Converting a product which is already in your inventory to FBA is simple. Firstly, select the product. From this menu here, select Convert to Fulfill by Amazon. You'll be asked the barcode type, so either the manufacturer barcode or Amazon barcode. And you can either choose to convert or convert and send inventory via a shipping plan at the same time. So if we click Convert Only, in the next stage you have to enter the dangerous goods information, which is basically the hazmat information. So for example, if your product has batteries in it, you have to declare the batteries. So you need to select whether it has a battery or not. If yes, then you need to put the battery type. So this product has a battery in it, and then you need to put the battery composition in. Or you can select no, that the product doesn't need batteries. And then you need to select whether the product is considered a dangerous good or not. And click continue. It will take a few minutes for the product to update, but after a few minutes you will be able to see the product in your Fulfilled by Amazon inventory. So here we have the all listing view. If we go to fulfillment type Amazon, we can see the product that we just converted. If you want to convert a number of products from Fulfilled by Merchant to Fulfilled by Amazon, you can do that via an inventory upload file. Get the file by going to Inventory, Add Products via Upload, and scroll down to the bottom and download the inventory loader file. This is the inventory loader file, which I have filled with the information you need to create FBA products. If you are creating products, you need the following fields. This is if you are matching against the inventory in Amazon. You will need a SKU, that's the product ID type, in this case a barcode. You will need the product ID type, which is here as a 4 to signify that that is a barcode. A price, a minimum price and a maximum price. An item condition, in this case it is 11 to signify this is new. You'll need a fulfillment center ID. This is for the EU. If you want to be North America, it would be _NA. You'll also need to fill in the batteries and hazmat information. In this case, no batteries are required, so I put no in the batteries required field. And you'll also need hazmat information, and in this case, it has been filled in as not applicable. If your products do have batteries, you will need to fill in all this battery information, or if they're hazmat, you will need to fill in the hazmat information. If you are merely updating products from fulfilled by merchant to fulfilled by Amazon, you won't need this product ID and the pricing information. Instructions for how to fill in the inventory loader template for FBA can also be found in the file you download from Amazon. Under data definitions, you will find the details for the different options for filling in the field, and then instructions under the instructions tab. Once you've filled in the template, it needs to be uploaded, and you'll need to save just this template sheet as a tab delimited text file. So if we go back to the file that I created, you need to do File, Save As, tab delimited text file, and then in Amazon you would need to go into Inventory, Add Products via Upload, upload your inventory file, inventory loader file, and then choose your file to upload. Finally, if you are creating products from scratch, they can be defined as FBA products from the very start. If you download your inventory file from Add Products via Upload, you go to Download an Inventory File, select the category you want, generate the file, and then download the inventory file. Under the Data Definitions tab, you will see the columns that need filling in. These are the columns here. So you need to put in the package size here, the fulfillment center ID, and units of measurement. You will also need the compliance information, which is the battery information and any hazmat information. This information can be seen in the template from columns DC onwards. There are 4 different types of FBA fees. Firstly, there's the fulfillment fee. This is the pick and pack fee when an item is dispatched. Sellers are charged a monthly storage fee. This is based on the amount of storage used by a seller, either charged by the square foot or the meter squared, depending on the country. When an item is removed from FBA storage, the seller is charged a removal fee. This is a price per item. There are a number of optional fees, such as rebarcoding of items. This is when the seller chooses to use an Amazon barcode as opposed to the manufacturer barcode, and the products need to be labelled. For each product in your FBA inventory, there will be a fulfillment fee. This is a flat fee per unit based on the product type, dimension and weight. And there will also be a storage fee. This is charged per cubic foot per month or per meter squared per month based on the number of products you stored. Amazon publishes a rate card for its FBA prices. This can be downloaded from the Amazon site, and I put a link in the course notes. If we download the price list, we can see the prices downloaded as a PDF. In this price list, we can see all the prices relating to FBA orders on Amazon. Let's first look at the fulfillment fee per unit. On this price sheet, we have the size of the item down the left and the local fulfillment area at the top. The size of the item is determined when the product is created. You have standard size items, and down here you have oversized items. So if a small envelope below, it is a so-called large letter size in the UK, which has dimensions less than 20 times 15 times 1 centimeters. If that is bought in the UK and sold on the UK, there will be a fulfillment charge of £1.38. If it is bought in France and sold in France, there is a fulfillment fee of €2.24. These local fulfillment fees are also the fees that would be paid on pan-European items. What that means is if you have signed up for pan-European FBA and opted to have your inventory stored locally around Europe, you will get the local fulfillment rate if you have a listing in each of the 4 European countries, so France, Italy, Germany and Spain. The monthly storage fee is covered in the next sheet of the rate card. As you can see, the fee varies by the time of the year, with peak being more expensive, and it also varies by the country. So in the UK it is charged by the square foot, and in the rest of Europe it is charged by the square meter. There is a different charge between standard size products and oversized products. There is also a different fee for storing clothing, shoes and bags and all other categories for standard size products. Bear in mind that Amazon charges something called the long-term storage fee, which is a much higher rate for items which are charged for more than 365 days. Remember that in FBA settings you can set to automatically have items which are going to be charged a long-term storage fee removed before the fee is incurred. As well as the fulfillment and storage fee, there are a number of optional fees that merchants can choose to pay. The first of these is the return fee. If you have too many products in an Amazon fulfillment house, you can choose to have them returned, and Amazon will charge a return fee based on the weight of the item. So in this case, if it's a standard size item and it's up to 200 grams, they will charge 25 pence or 25 euro cents to have it returned. or if it's 500 to 1,000 grams, it will be 45 cents. Cross-border returns are more expensive. If you don't want to get the items back, you can choose to have them disposed, and there is a similar price for that. There's a number of optional services which are listed here. Firstly, there is Amazon's labeling service, which is if you want your products relabeled with a different barcode. You can do that yourself, or you can choose to have Amazon do it, and they'll charge 15 pence or 15 cents for doing that. Amazon has a number of standards for how products need to be delivered to them. So for example, items cannot be opened. So if you have an open box, it needs to be bagged, and Amazon will charge a cost per unit to do this. So you can either make sure that your products are already prepared before they're sent through and then they won't be charged, or you can just send them in and Amazon will do them for you and then charge it back to you. Finally, on the rate card, there is a different schedule of fees for multi-channel fulfillment. This is where you use Amazon to fulfill orders which have not been purchased on Amazon. This is more expensive than fulfilling orders for Amazon. Before you start selling with FBA, you need to pay attention to the Fulfilled by Amazon settings. These can be found under Settings, Fulfillment by Amazon. I'll now go through these in turn. Pan-European FBA is available if you have a unified European account. If you create an FBA listing in each of France, Italy, Germany and Spain, then when you sell a product to one of these countries, independent of where the inventory is stored, you will get the local fulfillment rate in that country. So if you have a listing in France, Italy, Germany and Spain, your inventory is stored in Italy, but the order is sent in Spain, then you will pay the Spanish fulfillment rate. To do this, you need to be enrolled in the process. You need to enable inventory storage in multiple countries, and this also triggers various tax obligations if the inventory is going to be stored in different countries. Second option is the Amazon labeling service. Certain products need to be given a separate Amazon specific barcode. If you enable this, then Amazon will do the label on your behalf. Otherwise, you have to do it as part of the shipment creation process. Inbound settings chooses whether you want to have warnings about which products are going to be restricted, for example, hazmat, or whether the listings need approval. So if you go through the process of creating a shipment, certain products, it'll say there's a hazmat warning on this product. And if you enable that, you will see that warning. And also trying to send a product in a category which you're not yet approved for, then you will see a warning for that too, and you may choose not to send that product. The 2D barcode is a barcode that you put on the front of an Amazon parcel that you send to the Amazon Fulfillment Center, which then tells Amazon the content of that parcel, and it is a way that enables the parcel to be more easily processed. Furbishing settings is whether you choose to let Amazon furbish, as in refurbish your products that get sent back, and it will then basically will take the return in. It will then check the return and make it fit for sale and put it back into your inventory. Unfulfillable removals is when if you have a return which cannot be sent out, or if there's something damaged in the warehouse, you can choose to have it returned or disposed. You set the return address and you set the schedule. Long-term removals, if something is in Amazon storage for more than 6 months, then it triggers a long-term removal storage fee, which is quite punitive. To enable you to not pay the long-term storage charge, you can choose to have the items returned or destroyed. The FBA barcode preference sets whether you want to use the manufacturer barcode or an Amazon barcode on the product. If you use the manufacturer barcode and other sellers sell the same product with the same barcode, then Amazon will fulfill your order using one of those products. It may not necessarily be your product, but it'll be a product with the same barcode. This is obviously very convenient for Amazon, but it has the problems. It does happen that some sellers send up fakes and your genuine products could get mixed up with the fakes. So you can choose to have your products rebarcoded using Amazon barcodes. But then, of course, they have to be rebarcoded, and the setting we just set above. If you want your products to be rebarcoded, you either have to pay Amazon to do it, which I think costs 15p per item, or you do it yourself as part of the shipment creation process. Amazon can sell your products globally if you allow it to. So, you might have your products listed in the USA, but it'll sell them on and list them on Amazon UK, and you can allow it to do that here. FBA orders are eligible for the subscribe and save service. So, for example, people can say they buy this product, but then they can buy a subscription to the product on Amazon. Amazon doesn't allow you very much in the way of customization of your listings, but here you can put a name on the packing slip and also some text. When you're sending products to Amazon, you can use an Amazon carrier to do this, and this is where this partnered carrier program comes in, and you have to agree to their terms and conditions, and then you can use them. Here under product support, you can choose whether you want to do your own product support or you let Amazon do it themselves. The shipping programs and export settings settings is where you enable Amazon to export your products to other countries, widening the number of sales that you can get. Finally, FBA donations program is where you can choose to donate any damaged or excess stock to a charity. In this video, I'll be looking at Amazon's inventory planning and restocking functionality. To enable you to make sales on your products through FBA without stocking out, you need to send the right amount of stock up to Amazon. Amazon has some tools to help with this. They can be accessed from inventory planning. There's a number of options up the top. On this dashboard, you will see a summary of all the different measures. The different boxes on the dashboard will link through to the tabs at the top. The Performance tab shows a snapshot of the performance of the account in terms of excess inventory, the sell-through, and the stranded inventory. Excess inventory is Amazon's estimate of the amount of extra inventory you have above what you need. FBA sell-through is the ratio of number of units sold over the number of units you have in a fulfillment center. It is a measure of how well you've done in terms of sending up stock to Amazon. If your sell-through rate was only 10%, you would have far too much stock in the Amazon warehouse and it would be costing you a lot of money in storage. However, if your sell-through rate was 95%, you would have sent up approximately the amount of inventory you needed. Stranded inventory percentage is the percentage of stock which is in the Amazon warehouse which cannot be sold. Restock inventory shows a list of the SKUs you have in FBA, days of supply you have, and the recommended replenishment quantity. Amazon works out the recommended replenishment quantity based on your sales and also the information you send them about your lead times and your supplier lead times. Clicking Download Report will download a report of restock recommendations for all the marketplaces in which you have FBA stock listed. In this report, you have the SKU details, the country, the performance of the SKU, and here in column W, the recommended replenishment quantity and the recommended ship date. This information is shown for all the countries where you hold stock. So here there's the UK, further down there's Germany, and further down still there is Italy. To update the information for a SKU, you need to click on Customize SKU Settings and generate the report, change the details, and then upload the report again. The inventory product settings will have each SKU in each country in which it is listed. So this SKU here, 9081, is listed in 5 different countries, so it has 5 entries. For each SKU, you'll enter the supplier lead time, that is the number of weeks the supplier will take to deliver your products, the pack size, here called the case pack, the minimum order, which you can order from your supplier, the reorder frequency, so that is how frequently you put in orders with your supplier, the seller lead time, so that is if you are having the product delivered to your facility, how many weeks you will take to deliver it, the replenishment frequency, that is how frequently you would replenish the Amazon stock from your facility, and then the supply chain settings. There are 3 different supply chain options. Setting 1 is where the supplier ships directly to Amazon. This means that the model will then only use the supplier lead time when calculating how much product to ship. Number 2 is when the supplier ships the inventory to your warehouse and then you ship it to Amazon, in which case the total lead time will be the supplier and the seller lead time. The third option is if you are the supplier of this product and you ship the inventory directly from your facility. In this case, only the seller lead time will be used. So Amazon will take this information on the lead times and the minimum order quantities to calculate how much it thinks you should replenish. In order to update this information in Amazon, you need to save this sheet as a tab delimited text file and then upload the file again on the inventory product settings page. The information you have uploaded for each product can be seen from the Manage Inventory page if you click on the SKU. Here for this LeMay's product, we can see details of the SKU sales, the pricing, details on the inventory performance, and down here we'll have the supplier lead time as uploaded and the reorder frequency, and also details of inbound shipping. Returning to the tabs at the top, the Manage Excess Inventory tab shows what Amazon estimates to be the excess inventory you're holding in its fulfillment houses. This is inventory which it does not think you are going to sell before the next time you replenish your stock. Amazon will recommend that you remove this stock. The inventory age will show a list of your SKUs and also the amount of time that they have been in storage. Remember, if something has been in storage for more than 365 days, it will have the long-term storage fee applied, which is punitive, and you should get your products removed before this kicks in. Stranded inventory is where you have inventory which is either unsellable or is in the warehouse and does not have a SKU, so it is not currently selling. If you have stranded inventory account, you should try and get it returned or destroy it, as it is currently not selling but is costing you storage fees. Once you've created your FBA SKUs, it's time to add inventory. This is done from Inventory, Manage FBA Shipments. Inventory is added by something called a shipping plan. You can upload a shipping plan by going to Upload Inbound Shipping Plan File and then uploading the file. You can download the shipping plan template by clicking Download Template. Another option for creating shipping plans is by adding products from the Manage Inventory menu. We will go through this later on in this lecture. A shipping plan template looks like this. In the top bar here you have the details of the name of the plan, where the products are going to, and where they're coming from. It's important that the ship from country is in the format of a 2-letter country code, DE in this case, because it's going to Germany. In the lower part we have the SKUs you want to send up, the number of units per case, the number of cases and the total quantity of items. This file needs to be saved as a tab delimited text file. So if we go into Excel, we do Save As, tab delimited text file. Once you've created your shipping plan file, you can be uploaded here under section 2. So we choose the file and upload the file. You'll then see the progress of your uploaded file. If you refresh it, it may take a few minutes to upload. Once the file is fully uploaded, as you can see here there are 250 records processed and 250 activated. It will then appear in the shipping queue under shipping plans. There's a shipping plan which was created. If we then work on a shipping plan, there's various stages you need to go through in order to activate the shipping plan. So the first stage is to set the quantity. In this case the quantity was set by the upload file. Any products that need to be removed at this stage can be removed by clicking this X icon. There are two other bits of information that need to be added at this stage. Amazon may require more information about some products. For example, it may require the dimensions. Some products may have to be removed. In this case, you've got some products that can't be sticklerless commingled. That means they have to have the Amazon barcode, and in order for that to be fixed, those products need to be deleted from Amazon and recreated. Some products require approval for the merchant to sell this product via FBA. So in order to progress to the next stage, we need to remove these products. In the next stage, Amazon tells you which products it thinks might need preparation. If you click on Prep Required, you can choose to either let Amazon do the preparation on these products by selecting Amazon, or you do it yourself as the seller. There is a cost involved with having Amazon doing the polybagging for you. Click Continue to go to the next stage. The next stage tells you which products need to be rebarcoded. Amazon requires certain products that cannot be commingled to have an Amazon barcode affixed. This can either be done by the seller, or you can let Amazon do it, to which there is a fee applied. At the bottom of the page, you can print out the labels for all the products on this page. Click Continue to show that you have processed this information. The next step is to review the shipments. We can see here that our plan has been divided into 3 different shipments. One with 4 SKUs, one with 242 SKUs, and one with 1 SKU. Once you've accepted the shipments, you're taken to a View Shipment page. From here you work on each individual shipment separately. If we click on Work on the Shipment, if we need to review and modify the units, we click on this button here. You can choose between 2 different delivery services. First is the small parcel service, that is courier-sized individual parcels, or if you are shipping pallets, then you can click on this less than a truckload option here. You can choose your Amazon partner carrier, which do tend to be good value, or you can choose your own carrier. Down here you need to choose how the shipment is being packed. If everything is in one box, then you just need to tell Amazon what that box weight is and what the box dimensions are. If you've got more than 1 SKU per box, you can provide Amazon with a 2D barcode which sticks on the front of the box and gives Amazon information as to what is in that box. If you fill the information here, it will create the barcode for you. You can use a web form telling Amazon exactly which products are in this box. You can upload a file which has a packing list for each box, or you can let Amazon manually process the box, for which there will be a fee. For the purposes of this demo, if I select everything in one box, add the box weight and the dimensions and then confirm, I then need to press calculate to calculate the delivery charges. €4.73 to ship from the UK to Germany, that's pretty good. If we then agree to the terms and conditions and accept the charges, we can print out the labels and complete the shipment. This shipment will then be down as ready to ship and ready to collect, and you'll have to contact the carrier to arrange collection. If we return to the shipping queue, we will see that this shipment is now in the status ready to ship, as previously it was working, and the shipment can be tracked. If you have only a few items to add to a shipping plan, you can do it from the Manage Inventory screen. If you select some FBA products and then click Send Replenish Inventory, you can create a new shipping plan using these products, or you can add them to an existing plan. The process after that is exactly the same as if you have uploaded a shipping plan file. So what are the storage fees and fulfillment fees which will be charged on an item? There are two ways of finding out the fulfillment fee for an item. The easiest is to go into Inventory, Manage FBA Inventory, and you will see a list of your FBA items. You can then click on the estimated fee per unit sold, and down here you will see the FBA fee. If you have a number of items you want to find the fulfillment fee for, you can download a report. If you go into Report, Fulfillment by Amazon, and download the fee preview report, when you download the report, you will get a list of information about the product, including the product size and also the expected domestic fulfillment fee per unit. In this case, it's £2.90 per item. If you cross-reference this to the FBA rate card, you will be able to see which band this product's in. For example, this £2.90 means that it is a standard parcel, and that standard parcel is less than 2 kilos. If you want to find the storage cost per item, you need to go into Reports, Fulfillment by Amazon, Payments, and the Monthly Storage Feed report. From this report you have the item volume, and you also have the item volume units. In this case it's cubic feet, and the rate card gives us the charge per cubic foot per month. Given this information and the product tier size, if you recall there's a different charge for standard and oversized products, you can calculate the charge to store one product for 1 month. FBA storage fees are charged on the average daily volume which is stored. Given this information, Amazon calculates the estimated monthly storage fee, which can be seen here in column V. So to work for this example in detail, in this case the item volume is 0.096 cubic feet. The average quantity on hand is 0.055, that's over the course of a month. The storage rate is 0.065 pounds per cubic foot per month. If you multiply this together, you get the estimated monthly storage fee of 3.42 pence. Two further things to note here. The storage rate is 0.65 and it's a standard tier product, and this can be seen in the rate card. Under the monthly storage fee, it's a standard size product in a category which isn't clothing, shoes and bags, and there it is, 0.66. Secondly, if you think you're being charged too much for storage of an item, you need to contact Amazon customer support to get them to update the dimensions.